Meanwhile, on other financial matters, last week the federal government at least started looking at the long-term structural issues facing the Australian economy with its Intergenerational Report. And boy oh boy, it's not looking good.
The report reveals the biggest challenge over the next 4 decades: fewer tax-paying workers supporting more older retirees living longer.
If the world warms by more than 2 degrees, the damage to Australia's labour productivity could be up to $423 billion.
A challenge demanding leaders with what he calls a
pilot light of purpose.
Yes, I'm sorry, Jim, but that pilot light of purpose has had to be extinguished as it might spark a bushfire due to climate change. Of course, Shadow Treasurer Angus Taylor hates all this forward thinking.
Of course we're up for conversations about the longer term, but you've got to deal with the crisis here on the ground now. He's focused on what's going to happen in 40 years from now, but I can tell you right here in Ipswich, people are worried about the next 40 minutes or the next 40 days.
Yes, come on, Charmers, listen to Angus Taylor. Focusing on 40 years from now isn't how you win elections. You win elections by handing out $1,500 and then getting your kids and grandkids to foot the bill next time Labor's in power. The Liberals, of course, insist that just because we're facing a massively ageing population and an absolute climate apocalypse, that's no reason to do anything ridiculous like raise taxes.
Just as we've got families out there now having to make ends meet, the government should work hard to make ends meet without raising taxes.
This is essentially a Trojan horse for higher taxes.
Yeah, Labor, what are you trying to do? Balance the budget? Cover government expenses? What lunacy. You should listen to Angus Taylor and the Liberals, who put us into recession and didn't deliver a single surplus in their 9 years in power. They're the sound economic managers, you know. Taxes aside, one big source of financial stress in the cost of living crisis is a lack of secure work, as 1 in 4 Aussie workers is a casual without benefits like paid sick leave. And to give them credit, on this, Labor is trying to make some progress.
Workers looking for more job security could soon be the big winners of new workplace reforms being proposed by the federal government.
The government promising to make it easier for casuals to become permanent, giving them access to sick leave and holiday pay, but losing shift loadings of up to 25%.
If you're supporting a household, your rent's not casual, your bills aren't casual.
Yes, and personally, as someone who's been on short-term contracts since 2004 and wouldn't mind some long service leave right now because I believe I have the medical term that is technically called fucking exhausted, I like the idea of there being more secure work. The business lobby, however, hates it.
Why are they reacting to this false narrative put forward by the unions that casual jobs are in some way inherently insecure?
Yeah, and he's right. Casual jobs aren't insecure. I mean, technically, I never got fired from my casual video shop job at uni. They just stopped giving me shifts. I guess technically I'm still employed by Video 2000 Jamison. Maybe I'll call them up and get some shifts next week at the video shop in Canberra. Shifts. Meanwhile, Shadow Employment Minister Michaelia Cash says the former Liberal government deserves some credit when it comes to making casual workers defined.
If he's talking about certainty and fairness, it was the former coalition government that legislated for the first time ever a definition of casual. That is now in the Fair Work Act. So we gave the employers of Australia and the employees the certainty that they wanted.
Yeah, check it out, casuals. The Liberals see you, and they define you. Now shut up and go to work sick.
Newsfighters, Australia's funniest news summary podcast.